personal page tonight. Okay, so what you're going to need is a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and you're going to need some sponges. So you can use the sponges that we carry. They are, I think there's like 2 in a package, but don't quote me on it. I'm going to see if I can't find it real fast for you. I should have found it already just to make sure, but I didn't. No, you get 3 sponges for $4, and they're pretty big sponges. They're about like this, and all I do is cut them into pies, and then you can cut cardstock, the color that you're sponging with, and so you don't get them mixed up or confused, or you can just wash them out with soap and water. They'll be stained, but the ink will not transfer. Or you can use what I have been using lately, and I absolutely love these, and you can get these in different sizes. You find these on Amazon or Walmart. There's all different kinds of places that carry them now, but the cheapest that I've found is Amazon, and they're under makeup brushes, and they're actually listed as a crafting makeup brush now. So it's really, really cool. So I'm just going to be using probably 3 of them, and we're going to be using Daffodil Delight. We're going to use Flirty Flamingo, Pumpkin Pie, Melon Mambo, and Poppy Parade. So I know that's a lot of colors, but you'll see why here in just a minute. So I'm going to start off with Daffodil Delight, and I am just going to ink it up in my ink pad, and then I'm going to dab it off, and then I'm going to just lightly, very lightly, you don't want to go too hard, because if you do, then you can get blotchy marks, and those are hard to get out. And you also want to go lightly and add the colors slowly, because you can always add color, but you can't take the color away. Hey, Melinda. But you can't take color away. So we're just going to do it very lightly, and you want to do it in circular motions. And the reason why I'm dabbing off here, I'll show you why. If you don't dab off and you start, see what happens, and you don't want that. So that's why I dab off. So we're just going to dab off, and then we're going to start again. And I'm just going in the center of my card, just like that. So can you see? That's all I did, and that's all I want. So now I'm going to come in with some pumpkin pie, and I am going to dab that off, and then I'm just going to brush or sponge some on the very bottom here, bottom half of my yellow, just like so. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in a little circle. This is a Post-it note, and I took my 1 3/8 inch. You can make it smaller, you can make it bigger, however you want to make it. And I made sure that I punched out where the sticky note was at. So this is going to be my mask. So my mask is going to go right there. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to close up the pumpkin pie and the yellow so that we don't accidentally dip our sponge into there. And then I'm going to bring in, I think this is the right one, yeah. Let me see here. No, I think it's this one. Okay, so I am going to bring in my piece of hair, Flirty Flamingo. I'm going to tap it off, and then I'm just going to go around my mask. I can actually tap it off in the center, start sponging around, just like so. And it takes a while, so you have to be patient when you do this. But it's really, really easy. It just takes patience and time, slowly adding the color. So that's about all I want. So now I'm going to start from the outside of the card, swirling and coming onto the card. When you see how easy this is, you're going to be amazed. But this is all you do. It's just being light-handed, taking your time, making sure that you are tapping off the excess ink. I'm going to be a little darker on the edges of my card and in the corners, and then I'm going to work in towards the center. And each time you do one, each card that you do is always going to look a little different, because you can never get it to look exactly the same every time, because you're just sponging. So if you're joining me, thank you for joining me. So that's all you do. Pretty easy, huh? It just takes time, that's all. Hey, Julie, how are you? So it just takes a little bit of time and patience. I know I already said that, but it just really does. And a light hand. You don't want to go too heavy, because, like I said, you can always add more ink, but you can't take it away. I'm going to try to go a little faster, which means I might get a little heavy-handed. But I just want you guys to see how to do this, because it really is easy. It just takes a little time. And then I'm just going to go all over my card. And I am almost okay with the way this is looking. I am just going to come into the edges a little more. I'm doing good, thank you. We are going to be in the hospital again tomorrow, because I know I've mentioned it to you guys that when my husband had his, well, he still has the kidney stone. They weren't able to reach it with the laser, so they put like a temporary fix. So there's apparently this machine that comes around, and because of this corona COVID stuff, it wasn't traveling. So now it's traveling again, and it's going to be here tomorrow. So he has to go in tomorrow, and hopefully we're going to get it fixed for good this time. I hope. Poor guy. All right. And they are going to let me go in. That's surprisingly, but only because he has to have a driver. So I'm grateful for that. All right, just a little bit more right here. Okay. Kind of wished I would have put my sun down just a little bit further, but we're okay. We're going to deal with that. All right. So now I'm coming in with a darker pink, and I'm using Melon Mambo. And what I'm going to do with this is come in and do the edges. Oh, are you going into Warner Robins Hospital, Julie? we're only going into the outpatient. So I guess we go in through the North Towers, take a left, go through those doors. And so I'm not too worried about it. I'm going to have my mask on, so it should be all okay. All right, so now I'm just going to, I really want that much darker though. Ooh, see, I almost got it too dark because I got a little heavy-handed. And there we go. And then down here, I'm going to come up. Oh, you're going to Emory? How is your husband doing? His name is Doug, right? I think it's Doug. How's he doing? Okay, and then I just want a little bit more around here. Just like so. All right, so see, it still kind of doesn't look like much, but we're going to get there. Okay, so now I'm going to come back in with orange, and I am going to move my mask down here. And actually, I lied. I want some more pink, but I want Flirty Flamingo. So I'm going to kind of brush this off. I'm going to come in with some Flirty Flamingo, and I'm only going to go around the bottom of this mask. So just like that. So can you see it's just a little bit around there? All right, so now I'm going to remove my mask. Now I'm going to come in with my pumpkin pie. I think it was this brush here. We're going to come in with some pumpkin pie. Right here. I'm going to stamp that off. And then we're going to come right across here through the center where your horizon line would be. And then we're just going to lay some ink down there. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear he's doing well. I've been praying for him and you. Okay. I'm going to go up and down on the sides just to make that a little wider. And again. Right where the horizon line is. I'm going to come up a little bit on our sun. I almost called it a moon, but it's not. It's a sun. And just like so. See, it just takes patience because it just takes a little while to get the ink down right. And okay. I think I'm okay with that. So can you kind of see how it's turning out? It's pretty cool. All right, so now I'm going to take, I have two Post-it notes that I glued together so that I can just lay it down right at the horizon line. Wait, I want to go this way first. So I'm going to protect the top, the actual sun. I'm going to lay that down. I don't have my grid paper over here, so I don't know if I've got this straight or not. Most likely I do not. So I think that looks pretty good. So we're going to protect the top And then we're going to come in with some more pink. And we're just going to go around over the orange and down and around. But I am going to come back in with some more orange, and I'm going to lightly just do this. I'm going to leave this little tip right here a little brighter, but I wanted to tone some of that down just a little bit. Okay, just like that. I'm going to come down a little bit on the sides here into the water, because this is actually our water, the bottom part is. So just like that. Okay, so now I'm going to come in with the dark pink, which is, I got my brushes mixed up, which is the Melon Mambo. I'm going to come in again. Just like so. Now I'm going to come back with my orange. This is the orange, right? Nope, this is. Yeah, okay. My orange, my pumpkin pie. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sponge just off of my Post-it notes. So what we're creating is our actual horizon line. We're creating this line that's right here. Okay, so and then in this card what I did was I brought in some Poppy Parade because I wanted it to be a little deeper and richer looking. So we're going to bring in some Poppy Parade, and I'm going to start off and then come up into it. So I'm going to start off and come into it. And again. Now I'm just going to slowly peel this up just so I can see. Yeah, I've got a good line there. All right, so now I'm going to flip this over, and now we're going to bring this right to that horizon line, just like that. Okay, and now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take our orange and we're going to do our horizon line there too, just like that. And hopefully I lined this up right, because I think I'm seeing double. Okay. Just like that. And then we're going to come in with some Poppy Parade. Okay, let me see how that looks. All right, so I am pretty good with that. So see how this is coming along? It's transforming. Hey, Chris. Okay, so let me remember. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in because I really want to tone some of the pink down. So I'm going to use, I think this was the Poppy Parade. So I'm going to use the Poppy Parade again, and I'm going to come in and around the edges. Hey, Lynette. And I'm going to be careful at the top because The sun is still pretty bright, even though it's setting, so we want a little brightness at the top. And I'm just gonna deepen that up. All right, so there we go. Well, let me fix this side just a little bit. Okay. All right, so there we go. So that is all we're going to do for our sponging. And see how they look a little different each time. So this one is more like it's cloudy or steamy or whatever you want to call it. And then this one is like there's no clouds and it is just the moon is about to go behind the horizon. So let me go ahead and ink on me. We are going to go ahead and I'm going to show you a trick how I got my little water and my water caps. I used some alcohol markers and I'm going to try to remember which ones I used. I think I used the light pumpkin pie, and I think I used light and dark Flirty Flamingo. We will soon find out. Yeah. Okay. And then I also know that I used my gel pen, my white gel pen, which this is not actually Stampin' Up, but I can't wait to get. I think the chalk marker is probably going to work better. And if it doesn't, when I get it, we'll use the white ink and a paintbrush. When I show you guys in the next one, the next sponging one I do, I'm going to show you guys how to do this one and how to create that wave. It is so super easy. Okay, so I'm going to take my light pink and all I'm going to do is just draw just little lines through here. Okay, I know you can't really see them in the dark part. But that's okay, because then we're going to come in with our dark Flirty Flamingo and see now you can kind of sort of see them. On all actuality, did I use dark? Yeah. I don't really need to use my Flirty Flamingo. I mean my orange. But I think I'm going to anyway. So then we're going to come in with our pumpkin pie light. And I'm just going to do a little bit like so. And then if I think that it's too dark, you can come in with your light and just kind of go over it just to kind of blend it, soften it up a little. All right, so there we go. So now we have that. So then you're going to take your little marker and you're going to just dot on a little bit of a white cap on just a couple of them. You don't need it on all of them. So just like so. And we'll put some right here. And we'll put one right here. And right there. May have to go back a couple times where it's real light. I might even make that like it's a wave. Just like that. Okay. And do a little bit right here. A little bit right here. So there you go. So isn't that really cool? That is such the coolest technique. I really think I loved it when I learned that. Thank you, Chris. Hey, you guys, don't forget to like, comment, like and share the video, and make sure that you comment that you liked. In order to get entered into the prize drawing, you have to comment that you shared it. And I say that because depending on how your settings are, I don't know if you shared it or not unless you comment. Not always. Sometimes it tells me who shares, and sometimes it'll say somebody shared, but it won't tell me who it is. Okay, so now all we have to do is stamp our palm trees. So I'm going to bring in some Mossy Meadow, and we are using the wonderful Timeless Tropics. And I have my little pine trees, not pine trees, palm trees. Palm trees! So thank you, Julie. All right, so I am going to just put this one, I want to come off. Let's see, I want to come off. Okay, so I know that this is not going to be long enough, and I'll show you why, and I'll show you, see how that did. And this one, it didn't quite come down far enough, so I'm going to show you what I did to fix that. Okay, so because I wanted my tree trunk to be, hey Pinky, I wanted my tree trunk to be longer, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. Okay, so there's our trees. Now we're just going to make them a little bit darker. And we have to draw our tree trunks. So I am going to bring in my light and my dark Old Olive, hopefully. But I don't see it, so that means I put it somewhere. I don't know where. Okay. That's Granny Apple Green. That is light Old Olive. Maybe it's still over here somewhere. Oh, it's not. Well, I might not be doing the trunks. It's alright. Let's see here. I really needed it though, because it really makes the palm trees pop. I found it. Okay. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this and come down with it. Just like that. And then I'm just going to color it in. Just like that. I actually did that a little sloppy, but I think it'll be alright. Alright, and then we're just going to color this in. Ooh, I went way out of the line there. Just like that. Wow, I messed that tree trunk up. But you guys get the picture. So it's supposed to look like this. But anyway, so there we go. And then we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to carry that down. I'm really missing the lines tonight. I know it's because I'm seeing double. For real, I really am. Okay, so we got that. And then we're going to color in this tree trunk right here. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm also going to take this and I'm just going to draw in where the white lines are in our palm trees. Just like so. And then in the center. That's the only thing I don't like about the gel marker is it comes through in my ink, and I don't know how to get it not to. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing here. Oops. All right, I think we're okay. So now I'm going to come in with my light Old Olive. Actually, I wonder if I can use my dark to kind of cover over where that wave is. Well, it's going to look a little blobby, but it'll be all right. It'll be all right. And then I'm just kind of filling in a little bit. Well, I'm a little disappointed with the little wave, but it's all right. So if you give this a try to keep that wave in mind there. The wave, because it's really kind of off there, but it's all right. You could always do, instead of stamping your sentiment like right here, you could do a paper one. It will cover your palm tree up some. It'll be all right. It will look just fine. So there we go. So there's our palm trees. All right. That is going to bug me. It's all right. Okay, so that is it. That is how you do the sponging. I wonder if I can fix that somehow. I'm going to take my little sand eraser. And I am just going to try to take some of that off. They tell you these sand erasers, if you don't have one, they're awesome because they work really well. You just have to have a light hand and some patience. It saved me on a lot of projects. And I've been working on my oldest daughter's bridal shower invitations. We don't know if the bridal shower is going to happen or not, but we're trying. All right, so it's still there a little bit, but I'm not worried about it. Okay, so you can stamp your sentiment here. You can leave it blank like a note card, and or you can, if you want to cover up your little bloopers, if you have one, you could put your little sentiment there, like just put a little hello or something like that. And then we're gonna turn that into a card. So I am going to use I'm coming. All right, I'm going to use some basic black and some melon mambo. I think that will be okay. Just like that. I think that will make that card pop. Okay, but I'm not going to use that piece. All right, so our Whisper White card piece there that we just sponged on is 5 by 3 1/4, 3 3/4, I mean. So we're going to do this at 5 1/4 by 4. Just like so. And then we're going to take our card base. So we're taking a full sheet of paper, portrait side up, long side up. I'm going to slide it down to the 5 1/2 mark and cut it. Then that gives us 2 card bases. Okay, Then I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. Just like so. All right, so I'm going to give this a nice little fold here. Just like that. And I don't see my bone folder, so I'll just use my finger. That works. All right. And then we're just going to adhere that right onto there like so. I'm going to use my liquid glue. Uh-oh, something wasn't cut straight. Go figure that one. All right. Come on, come on, come on. Don't stick because you're not straight at all. Well, there we go. I'm gonna, whoop, no, it went too far. Well, I am just going to stick this down because you want to know why? I'm going to show you why. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this one down on here. So my dies didn't come in yet, you guys. I really thought for sure they would be here today at the latest. And they're not here. So we're going to have to do a little fussy cutting. But it won't take long. So I've already done this. I was playing around with the flowers, with the hibiscus and the plumeria, and just trying to pick some colors. And I thought that that was pretty. So we are going to fussy cut that out. And like I said, it won't take me very long. I'm getting a little better at it. I still want my dies because I don't like to do it, but sometimes dies just aren't in our budget, so we still have to do some fussy cutting. Or there's not a die or a punch for some things too. And if you want to step your card up, you just gotta do a little cutting. Alrighty. But because I'm trying to hurry, this looks terrible. Oh, thank you so much, you guys, for coming on with me tonight. I know it's late, but I always say that I'm going to be on Mondays. I just never know what time, and I just had to jump on here. Okay, so and then that is going to go right here, just like so. Now, that's one little bitty thing that I don't like about this stamp set, is it doesn't really give you tropical leaves to stamp. But you do have tropical leaves in the die set, but we don't have it. So I'm just going to use the flower. And I think I'm going to go ahead and stamp that on some old olive cardstock. If I have some left. Well, I think I have a scrap. Hold on 1 second. And if not, you know what? I'll just do it on some Pear Pizzazz. Wait. Nope, that's Pear Pizzazz too. We'll just stamp it on Pear Pizzazz. It'll be okay. And I'll just use Mossy Meadow. Just like that. I think that will be all right. Okay, so that's going to be awfully big. But, and it's really the hibiscus leaf, but we're going to use it anyway. And I think it will be fine. And I'll end up, maybe I'll just like cut part of it off. So that it's not so big. Normally I would take the time to kind of do like that. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and do it anyway, huh? There we go. Hopefully I'm in the camera. Did I freeze you guys? Or no, I'm not in the camera at all, so you guys didn't even see me do that, did you? Hey, Sarah. Is this Olivia or Sarah? Or Emily? So, you know what? I think I am going to cut this off. I think I'm going to cut it right there. And then we're just going to come in like, just like that, I think. And then we'll quickly do this leaf too. So I hope you guys really do give this a try, because it looks like it's so hard, but as you saw, it really is easy. It's just taking your time and going light-handed and just adding the color, just sponging it and sponging it and sponging it and playing with it until you get the color that you really, really like. So, and then that one is going to go right there. And I'm going to trim this piece off just a little bit here. Just like that. And then that's going to go right there. I think we're going to pop it up too. But I'm going to put these on here. Uh-oh. I didn't see... because you don't want it to go too far outside of your, you don't want it to go past your base of your card, because you want it to fit into your envelope. But it's okay if it goes over your matting. Okay, whoops, wrong side. All right. And then just like that. All right, and then we're going to pop it up. We're going to use some dimensionals, because everything, what? Looks better with dimensionals. All right, right there. And then I think that I do want to add a little embellishment to this. And I think what I'm going to add is, if I have them nearby, I will. If I have to go dig for them, I won't. But I think I want to put a rhinestone in the center of our plumeria. And you know, I saw that plumerias actually come in so many different colors, and they're actually easy to grow, and we can grow them here in Georgia. And so I was like, are you serious? I think I just might give that a try. All right, so I think we'll do a pearl, and we will do, let me see. I think I'm going to do a Calypso coral. Yeah, I think I'm going to do Calypso coral, and I think this is a light Calypso coral, and I'm going to just do one of the little ones. And just like that. No, maybe I do want it to be darker. I think I do. I think I want it to be darker. Looking for my dark Calypso coral. We don't see that one, so we'll just play around with it. Wait, what is this? That's my light. Let's see. Wonder if I add a little orange to it, what it will look like. Let's see, this is dark petal pink. This is light pumpkin pie. What about dark pumpkin pie? All right, so let me let that dry just for a second. We are almost done with this, and then I'm going to come back in with our Calypso coral. There we go. Okay, I knew if we played with it enough, we'd get it to where it was a color that we would be okay with. All right. So now I'm just going to take it. I have half of my stuff is over at my other area because I was making 50 bridal shower invitations. I think I started telling you guys that and then I got sidetracked. 50 of them. So there we go. So there we go. So we can add a sentiment to that. I don't think I'm going to. And I think we're just going to leave that alone. Thanks, you guys. So there it is. So see, two different sponging, the same card, but the sponging always looks different. You can always play with it. I could have added more here, but I didn't. I like the way that that looked. So I hope that you guys really like that. Thanks again so much for joining me tonight. I know it was pretty late, and I am going to be coming on this week. I don't know if I'll be able to come on tomorrow, but I'm really anxious and excited to show you guys how to make this one. It is super, super easy, just like this was. There is just a different kind of mask. Instead of the sun, we'll just be doing the horizon and the sandy beach. So, and then I'll show you how to do the wave, because it really is, I promise you, it's so easy. I really hope that you guys give it a try and let me know how it turned out for you guys too. So you guys have a wonderful, wonderful night, and I will see you guys later, okay? Doodly doo.